I defeat the goblin, I defeat the goblin by coming back with a cheeseburger. It's me, I did it. Watch it! It's perhaps. Good. Listen well. Listen to this. Listen to this then, chat. I got another one. And there it is.
We may not be full of beans today, but we're definitely full of memes.
Hell yeah.
Thomas
Hello,
Anderson.
Everyone. Thomas Edison.
Boo!
Tom Bombadil.
Hey!
Yeah. Well, sort of. Yeah.
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Tim Curry?
Tom Hiddleston.
Thomas the Trans Engine.
Oh!
Wait a minute. Hold on. Deepest pool. Isn't the name of the ship Tom?
Kinda,
Yes, the name
yeah.
of the ship
Oh,
is Tom,
oh,
yes.
Damn!
Yeah!
We brought it full circle.
Specifically the
You mean the
tardigrade
ship
ship that
in
y'all
Kazador's
Yeah!
Guide to the Cosmos, the game we're playing right now?
Oh my
Where did chat come from?
Indeed.
George
But speaking
Lucas.
of George Foreman.
Lucas.
But welcome everybody to another exciting edition of Kazador's Guide to the Cosmos. We're here. We're back at it. And I hope you're ready. Frankie's excited as well. But before we get into tonight's action, let's go around the horn and introduce ourselves, starting with TheropodArt.
Hi, hello, that's me, your boy, TheropodArt. Y'all know where to find me. Blue Sky, Tumblr for Affinity, all the sites. TheropodArt, Lizard Fun Mags if you want to see the naughty stuff. Over on Twitch, I'm starting to stream relatively consistently. On Saturday and Sunday mornings, I have to go to bed early to fucking stream now, but hey, we all make sacrifices. Other than that, if you like D&D, I'm here on Tuesdays. Not next Tuesday though. We're canceled, but Tuesday after in the new year. Vecna, Eve of Ruin, sure is scary. And then also here on Fridays doing this. I gesture at everything. Beanbag's healthy now. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah! Up next, we've got XanillisGrimm.
Hey, that's me. Do you like TTRPG content? Boy, howdy, am I sure in a lot of it. Unfortunately, for the next week-ish, week and some change, it's still going to be pretty heavily postponed due to the holidays, but you can see what I'm up to and anything else I got going on over my Blue Sky at XanillisGrimm. That's me.
Excellent, excellent.
Darrow's mom.
That's the name of the episode. Up next, we've got Tixdixl.
Hello. You can find me all over the internet except Twitter at Tixdixl, where I am actually posting quite a bit of art. I've posted a couple pieces recently. The holidays required a couple of Secret Santa art exchanges, and thus art was made and art was shared. But other than that, you can find me this Sunday at Burnout Vaughn's channel for some more Those Who Wander, little spooky gothic horror style Domains of Dread campaign that I am the dungeon master for, and a couple of the people in this call are players for. If you like spooky stuff, if you like things with cults and fungus and mysteries to be unraveled, I highly recommend you come and check it out. Then on Monday, unless I'm mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, we are back at the Amusing Thalia's channel for some more Nier. We are in the weeds of a JRPG, and it's gonna be a fun time. And then unless I'm mistaken, which correct me if I'm wrong, then we're gonna be back here for more Kazador's Guide to the Cosmos. That's me, and that's my week. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. And up next, we've got the Citric King.
Hi, hello. I'm Citric. You can find me pretty much everywhere at Citric King. Everywhere being mainly Blue Sky, which I've been seeing a lot of activity lately. Stuff then like Instagram, Tumblr, and Twitter, the account that grows better by the day. Currently, we should be getting back to our Final Fantasy themed miniseries over at Dummies and Disasters. That's next Thursday. But other than that, still getting some stuff out of my desk, but always good to keep an eye on my socials. So that is pretty much all for me, which I believe leads us back to our wonderful GM.
Hi. Thank you for the introduction, Citric. Normally use the Connor doing it. I appreciate it. I
Jump in the
am
line.
the Goom for the game. I'm here Fridays running this game. We should be here next Friday, as far as I know. If you like the way I play NPCs, I'm playing a guest character on Those Who Wander on Sundays, run by Saris, and I'm very, very happy to be in that. Enjoying that quite a lot. We are every other Sunday there, and we have some other stuff cooking for the other Sundays moving forward. Other than that, we have, like Sarah said, Nier on Mondays. We're playing Nier Replicant, so it's a game I had never tried out before. I was really interested in it. If you want to see what the whole Nier Automata game came from, you can join us as we experience it together. It's a cool game, and we're right before the first boss, so good time to join. Other than that, I think we will be back here on Friday. Pretty much the same as Saris and I, a very similar streaming schedule at the moment. Other than that, I am here on Fridays running for this lovely group of individuals, which includes the lovely, the wonderful Kazador Rain, played by Connor McKinley, who is indeed a sorcerer. And I've been thinking of giving him a third subclass. How do you feel about the beard sorcery subclass?
I'm a big fan of the beard sorcery subclass, as well as beard sorcery in general. Beard sorcery.
Beard!
That's right. Technically, the holidays are not over yet. However, it's still a good time to shore up on your hygiene care products for the new year. Start the new year with a healthier, cleaner beard. Over at Beard Sorcery, use code DistortionDevil and you can save 10% when you shop online. As well, check out Bones Coffee Company. Bones Coffee has... Coffee Company has a bunch of delicious varieties of coffee in several different formats, including K-Cups and canned cold brew. So if you're in the mood for some caffeinated beverages in the new year, head on over to Bones Coffee Company. Use code DistortionDevil, and you can save 10% when you shop online. Sorry, the map switched.
I was bringing us to the other map. My bad.
It scares me. Excuse me.
Sorry.
Different.
Changing the map makes me gassy. But we also couldn't do this year in, year out without bits and subs from viewers like you.
Just parry the fart.
Bits and subs from people such as Darky Arts. Thank you for resubbing for 18 months. And with that, we ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
I think so.
Let's do it.
Right, in that case, without any further ado, let me just swap some music on for us. One outpost. No, I want something else. Sorry, 1 second. I thought I wanted one song, but I actually want a different one.
It's okay. Take your time.
There we go. Where we last left the crew of the KSS Homewrecker, they had been embroiled in a plane-spanning mystery that may just threaten the very core of the cosmos. With threads pulling in various directions, the Nine Hells, the Abyss, Sigil. We join their story once again as Kazador Rain shakes hand with the Mistwalker Esmeralda Davnir after a tense battle in the courtyard outside the Sill Inn. And without any further ado, Kazador, you are finishing shaking the hand. She kind of doesn't snatch it back from you, but firmly shakes your hand back, and then would kind of turn over her shoulder, look back towards Vex, and then look back towards you. That's right, Mistwalker. Have some practice with the mists. Do you recognize the term, or are you not familiar?
Have I heard the term mists?
This would be a knowledge planes check.
Knowledge planes. Would that just be intelligence?
So this is the skill that we added for this game. It is, you have proficiency with it, so it's intelligence plus proficiency for you.
Can I make a quick argument for advantage? Because we had that conversation a couple episodes ago where I kind of told Kazador my everything.
Yeah, a bit about the mess. So I will say with advantage, yeah.
All right. Let me see here. Gotta fire up this
This
character sheet.
This would be more for his academic knowledge of it and putting things together.
Fair enough.
All right, let's see here. Highest roll is a 27.
Golly.
All right. With the highest roll being a 27, you very immediately connect Mistwalker Mists, the familiarity with Vex between this individual. You immediately connect it as like related to the place where Vex came from within the Outer Planes, like at least like not like was from originally because you've discovered that they're from Toril, but like where Vex was found in the Outer Planes. You, after making some connections, are able to put together a lot of stories that you've heard, myths that you've heard, papers that you've read about something known as the Dread Realms. It is an area within the planar cosmology that is kind of a nowhere zone. It's a little bit of a void. There is a mist-like miasma within the cosmos, almost like a nebula of some kind, that within it are realms, various planes. They're almost like parts of planes, and they sort of loosely attach to each other. Not too much is known about it, like in detail, as to like the creation of it, or the establishment of it, or how it's run. The things that you, with a 27, the things that you know is it is in some way related to the Shadowfell and Shar in general, like the goddess of darkness, the greater goddess of darkness, and the darkness of the planes in general. You also know that it is somehow related to various myths that have happened throughout the years. You connect like the Strahd myths, but also you've heard tale of various other dread realms that have been connected to other planes, people going missing, that kind of thing. And lastly, the thing that you would know with the 27 is that it is, I think, with the 27 you would know this. Your academic studies on Toril would have led you to knowledge of the various like incredibly famous wizards and arcanists in Toril, including Elminster Almar, who is an expert on the Dread Realms. As you would also be familiar with the names Mordenkainen and Van Richten, who are also both very well educated on the Dread Realms. Mistwalker, you immediately you know everything you out of character know about a Mistwalker, a traveler of that set of planes.
Then Kazador would sort of nod his head. I'm somewhat familiar with the term.
Good, then I don't have to explain it. Usually when I have to explain the Dread Realms, things get complicated fast. This is good. Vex looks over, sees Xoruk. Good, you're still traveling with that one. I'm glad you have someone to keep an eye on you while I'm not around.
I don't think we would get very far without his knowledge, that's for certain.
Always good to have a guide.
You would know all about that now, wouldn't you?
Kind of smiles, gives you like a bit of a wink, and then turns towards the crew. So, I would like to avail my services to you. Not in any particular way at the moment, but when I heard Vex was in danger, I did not want to sit idly by. So, here I am, happy to assist.
Well, I certainly greatly appreciate it. While I think it would be important for us to, shall we say, give an up and up on the situation, there are still elements really unfolding rapidly in real time, and I'm not entirely certain that this is, shall we say, the best sorts. Is Kai Lee still on?
She's on her balcony. She has like a martini glass that she's holding. She's kind of swirling the olive in it. She's like leaning on the banister, like looking out over you all.
I'm gonna gesture to Kylie, showing
like, tinkle
Esmeralda the shall we say info broker and say, for example, this individual seems to have quite the in and out on the situation.
Esmeralda gives Kylie like a 2-second once over and then looks at you. I wouldn't trust that one.
Vex just gives her a knowing look.
Good. Well, I don't really want to let you out of my sight at the moment if you have devils from the hells hunting you. But I don't wish to interrupt whatever investigations you have here. I will...
If I may be so bold. And then Vex will look at Kazador. I do believe that having eyes and numbers that are actually allied would be a benefit to all of us here.
I would not turn my nose up at willing allies.
Good. Makes things easier. I come with an additional assistant, and gestures over, and Kazador, Vex, you both kind of eyes follow, and you see the individual I described last time. Vovolazar, the sort of tiefling Aasimar, they kind of have traits of both, and currently tending to Xoruk, which, speaking of, how is Xoruk holding up?
Xoruk is more or less just kind of keeping to himself and observing situation. The situation unfolding as it is, he's looking out for another ambush to potentially jump out at us at any moment.
Yeah, makes sense. Roll a perception check.
18.
You're kind of, scanning the situation because you're like, it's not a passive thing. It's an actively keeping an eye open for it. You do actually notice that while y'all are kind of licking your wounds, talking in the courtyard, a small-ish crowd from the bazaar has kind of come up and formed a little bit of a line as like looking in on the carnage, like the, blood and score marks on the ground, the icicles, that kind of thing. You would notice in and amongst the crowd a individual in kind of tattered dark robes that look kind of vaguely familiar, a little bit hunched over, and they're kind of like look about the situation, and then the moment they kind of notice you looking out over at them, they sort of dip back into the crowd.
Where we've been ambushed more times than days we've been here. We should try to find somewhere safe.
Yes, without less prying eyes.
The
So
individual Vovolazar is kind of helping you up to your feet, Xoruk, and would pump an additional, let's see, one more healing into you for 10 points more healing into you. Kind of pat you on the back.
Appreciated. Captain, should we return to the tavern? Try to find out what's next for us, or do you have another plan?
I think returning to a place that we know has less eyes on it would be best. From there, we can plan what we want to do next. For now, I think we should just get out of the streets.
Kylie looking down at you all. Right, you all coming up now, or are you going to stay down there? You want to be careful. Bleak will come by.
A what? A bleak?
A bleak cabal. I clean up a lot of the mess around here.
I think the Bleak Cabal might be one of those factions in Sigil.
Get up here. I've got some chatter with you all. She steps off the balcony into the door behind her.
Kazador
As
just looks
the
back to the
local-
rest of the group.
As the locals would say, pike it.
And Hakka would walk into the place.
Are we sure we want to follow her? Wasn't she the one that actually sold us out?
Yes, but with all due respect, Rod, I'm still at her mercy.
Okay, I would follow you, but I'm just worried that the longer we are here, the more this is going to keep happening.
I agree, however, I don't necessarily think we have much of a different option. As far as I'm concerned, my hands are tied. We'll be quick about it, that I can promise.
Okay.
Vexa's gonna put like a hand on your shoulder and give you like a reassuring, like, we got this kind of gesture.
Rod nods and still kind of not fully engaged. You notice how they take like glances here and there to the Durga corpse on the ground. So we do we
Something
move?
wrong.
It's nothing really. Rod looks back at Hakka. Just nothing important.
Very well. I won't push. I won't pry. Let's go.
Come on then, everyone inside.
One at a time, you all pile in the door and are quickly ushered upstairs through by one of the touts, which you recognize, Kazador, who actually escorted you here last time. And as you all get into Kylie's actual chambers that she spends time in, the moment you enter the door, you watch her walk up to the door behind you. She reaches into a small pouch at her side, kind of licks one finger, and rubs some sort of kind of grayish powder at the top of the door frame. Goes over to the window and does the same thing. All right. Privacy.
What is that for?
Oh, I got
Lead
a bit
powder.
of you see, kind of nods. You see, when I'm dealing with marks such as yourself, I don't really necessarily want to be drummed in on.
Lead is notorious for its anti-divination properties. During my journeys in Icewind Dale, I actually had a lead-lined pouch. Where the devil did I put that thing?
I think it's
Pretty
still at
handy.
the tavern. And I
real
don't think it
tavern.
was a. I don't think it was a pouch. I think it was a box.
No, I had a pouch. I had a pouch and a box.
I think Stein was using the box as a doorstop last I saw.
Stein. Of course he has it. Well, for all intents and purposes, that box is lost then.
I am not. You cannot pay me all the golden sigil to go back to Icewind Dale.
I could get you another box.
No, it's fine.
Well, I gotta say, good job with all that. I really appreciate you dealing with them, not us. No, they take us. All right, I'm trying to give you a compliment. And just not.
I'm sorry, I missed what you said. What did she say?
She said, "Good job dealing with them," and then she said a word that was not very clear what she said, but it seemed to reference them with it.
This party is quite capable, so
Hakka
Well,
just
that's what I was counting on.
We're getting sick of dealing with constant ambushes, though.
Right, I won't do it again. Right. I just gotta say, it's real nice for me. A really nice deal for me. The fact that, and gestures at Vex, the fact that you let me, sell your location, that let me get them right here for you. I got paid for giving you the information, so I'm doubled up. And you got information on the ambush that was coming for you. It's a win-win in my book.
Vex does not. You go first.
They kidnapped and tortured one of us. How is that fair
was
for us?
before I got involved.
So we should be thankful?
I mean, I have nothing to do. Jake kind of looks around the room. Those two weren't here before. And Gesture points at, like, or actually, it would be those two weren't here before. Ismarilda. Volazar. Looks at you, Xoruk.
What about them?
Well, I take it one of these three was the one that was kidnapped, tortured, you said?
Precisely.
Hakka will just look to Xoruk. What is Xoruk's emotions? Surface level right now.
Calm but pensive, kind of boiling behind his eyes.
Yes, that was me who was abducted. I was informed that my friends were in danger. I went to go investigate, and they gave me information that Vex was in danger, being hunted. They were in danger because they were trying to get that information towards me. Lo and behold, I find out that, Vex already found that information from you. So, it seemed rather pointless. I just got captured for no real reason, but we've moved past that now. And now we are attacked again by fiends, giving us the indication that we must go where we already knew where we needed to go, which is towards the hills.
Well, seems I'm doubling up on information for you all, which is a bit of a bummer. But I find it hard to believe that if you were captured, there wasn't nothing more you could find out. Information, this is my kind of business, you know. I'm supposed to understand this from the get-go, from top down. And as far as my experience goes, if you were brought back, tortured, and then saved, you're telling me there was absolutely nothing there?
That's incorrect. However, you're making an assumption about our current state of being. See, in order for us to do the work that we would need to do to find out more information, that would require us to have at least, a good 5 minutes of being able to, have a moment, shall we say. And aside from having a long rest, we really haven't stopped.
We've known precious little peace in this city.
I'm afraid that's gonna stay that way until you deal with that bounty on your head.
Which of course means that until we are able to find some sort of, shall we say, pause, the information that we do have that we have not been able to decipher is going to remain ciphered.
Got it. Well, I'm happy to give you some information that I've been able to find out as a part of our deal. As to explain for those who aren't here, your deal that was put forth is you let me, sell you out, for lack of a better term. I turn tail on you, turn stag, and now I've got quite a bit more information than I would have had if I was just seeking it for you all. So, while I can say it was definitely dangerous what happened out there, I got more information as a result of it, so take that for what you will.
Then spill it.
Happy to. The bounty came through from a Yagnoloth, a broker of some kind. A Yagnoloth, it's a type of Yugoloth, specifically does deals with devils, but also demons. He's kind of a broker of some kind. Pretty common within the Yugoloth business, but this guy's it's his whole thing. I came to Sigil, was able to find who they came to Sigil with some Githyanki specifically. Wasn't able to find out exactly where they came from, but if I had to guess, it was from the Hells. So further information, further confirmation on that end for you. But I did find out a couple pieces of information from him as a result of how the information came through. First piece I found out is had to have come from a duke of some kind, an archduke, or one of the leaders of hell. There's no way it like this coming through these channels would have been placed by anyone lower than that, except maybe a member of the Black Nine, but that's unlikely. The last thing I can find out is the last known location of this Yagnoloth, Yagi as they're called, was not in Avernus, as some of the information would otherwise have pointed you. It was actually in Dis.
This what?
Not
It's a
this.
city.
This.
Hakka goes to clean out an ear.
Now, I did a little digging on Yagi, just for you all, and I found out some information on who they were looking for prior to you. Jet points at you, Vex. They had a hit out, not like a proper hit, not like a wanted poster the way that you have. They had a information request for an individual by the name of Lysander. Some bloke, I think they're Elven, and was looking for information on them, location on them, and that sort of thing. Not sure, I wasn't able to find out whether or not that led anywhere, that went outside of my circles, but I was able to find that they were looking for them.
Remind me, have we heard the name Lysander before?
You have.
Okay.
And you would know, just to recap, Vex had conveyed to both Hakka and Kazador that this is the one surviving friend of their party in Barovia who last they saw was being held and tortured, but they didn't know where.
Lastly, this information seemed to be on the request of an individual in L who goes by Meloloraz. That's who the information was requested by and was supposed to go to. Last thing I've been able to find out is there is one other individual who seems to have some information on all of this. They came through to us looking for armistice. They were trying to find a place to hide. They were trying to escape from the Elves, as there's apparently some deals had gone raw and not there, and we're looking to hide on Sigil. But they got some information, as far as I can tell, on this whole situation. It would involve you going out back into the city and, looking into some stuff. But if you want, currently I got them a job as a bartender for someone I know. Are you familiar with the Fortune's Wheel?
I am familiar.
A disgraced devil by the name of Winter Glory. Are working for Shemeshka now.
Can I get a
Kazador just gets he tips his hat over his eyes and gets the most poker face expression on his face, obvious trying to hide his expression.
Mm-hmm. I assume that is the name you wanted spelled out.
The other name, actually, the name of the disgraced devil.
Winter Glory. As it just would normally be spelled.
Perfect, thank you.
Unfortunately, not able to find out more. Most of the information I was able to find out was in regards to, wheeling and dealing with the individuals who are actually doing things here. I don't do more than, introduce people to the right people.
Personally, I'm shocked that you learned that name of anything.
You said Morelleraz is involved. Do you know how?
Not as far as I can tell. It seems that Maloloraz was the one to hire Yagi. The Yagnoloth I mentioned. It seems like Maloloraz was the one to hire them to look for both Lysander and Vex.
Right, and that makes perfect sense, given what we know. They sort of take in a deep breath. I can understand why you are experiencing a lot of gaps in your knowledge. However, we have, or at least I have knowledge that might close a few of those gaps. It makes sense. What you're saying makes sense.
Good. I'm glad I held up my end of the bargain.
And
Now, we do
that
have
means
one last piece of business yeah. Part of our deal was that if we did this deal, you would do a job for me.
That's correct.
Since it sounds like you lot will be heading to the Hells, do I have that correct?
That seems to be the most likely course of action.
Right, very good. In that case, I got a couple jobs for you that you can just so happen to do while you're there.
A couple
Makes
of
it
jobs.
nice and easy.
I thought you said that your deal required one job.
Yes, but as per request of your friend Vex, they wanted options. That way, if they don't like the sound of one, they can go for another.
This is true.
And, if you happen to like the sound of both of them, you could go for both. Oh, you're canny like that. Points at you, like taps her nose and points at you. Anyway, first job I have is a heist in Avernus. There's a tower in Avernus. I can give you more information on the tower and on the heist object if you accept the job, as part of that one does have a clandestine nature to it. Secondly, is a delivery. You just got to bring a package to Dis and get to a building within the inner city ring.
I don't know about the rest of you, but I feel a little bit more in tune with a delivery.
I'm not sure how we're going to get past the Iron City's gates.
It depends on how we get down further into the Hells. If we have to pass through Avernus to get to Dis anyways, then it might be along the way. There are ways, from my understanding, to get to Dis directly as well, but, well, I've only heard rumors.
That's something that the devils keep closely guarded. I might be able to tease out a door to Dis, but it would take a lot of my resources and probably be a bit more expensive. You'd probably end up, spending just about everything that I would give you as a result of the job just to do the job, to get that door open. That's the kind of difficulty we'd be coming with if you want to just go directly there. You're gonna have to find another way into the Hells. I can get you into Avernus if you want to go directly through the door, but kind of looks across the group. If you're working with Marine, I take it you have a ship and you're gonna want to go there via the sea.
Could. There's also the Concordant Express.
Is an option. Does lead there.
So it's a heist or delivery?
Oyster delivery, and just to be clear, this is an actual job. You're not just doing this one for free. There are rewards involved for both of them. If you want to hear.
I'm not exactly the stealthy type, so a heist is a little...
Well, heist, you know, smash and grab, take an item out of a place and bring it back. Retrieval.
I couldn't think of a
My
worse
biggest-
place to kick a hornet's nest than the Hells.
That's what I was going to say. I can't think of a better way to get people raising weapons and negative consequences beyond the scope of whatever it is that you have planned.
What is it that you want stolen?
Good question.
There's a certain artifact held in Avernus by an individual who doesn't necessarily have claim to the item. And they have managed to attach the item to their body, so it would need to be removed and returned.
What is the item?
It's, I believe, a prosthetic hand or a hand of some kind.
Does this artifact have a name? Anything we should be worried about?
Oh, you know, a lot of names thrown about this kind of thing. It probably does. It's probably some fancy thing. Off the top of my head, I couldn't tell you.
Then why do you want it?
I don't want to. I'm brokering a job for another individual. Yeah, that's how my business works. I don't. This is not, and nothing I give you is something I want done.
Then
If I want something done, I hire my people.
Then I have a better question. Actually, two. One, do you know anything about if it's an artifact? I would assume it's magical. And if that's the case, do you have any information about what it does? Especially if, hypothetically, let's say, it ends up being used against us.
Not sure. It's probably powerful artifact of some kind. I believe. Hold up. If you want more information, it kind of steps over to a table, pulls out two ledgers are kind of sitting on top of it, and she grabs the one that's underneath the top one and flicks through a few pages. Something to do with necromancy.
It's good to know. My follow-up question, which I feel like is even more important, what's guarding it?
Pretty famous individual. Good news though, this individual is not actually associated with the Elves, not in any official capacity. They're just there. Avernus is the kind of place that, you know, people can take up residence even if they're not from the Elves. It's a little like Sigil in that way. It just kind of brings people there. This individual is some sort of Paladin or zealot of Tiamat.
Can I religion that?
Yeah, sure.
Bushi. 24.
I mean, you know
yeah.
a decent amount about Tiamat.
Wait a minute.
Hakka would balk a little bit at...
Some Saurians revere Tiamat, but they are particularly vicious and cruel and cunning. We must be careful.
A lot of the individuals that hang around with that brood tend to be canny, yeah. But like I said, it doesn't sound like, I mean, unless you're interested in taking both of them, it sounds like you're not really interested in the ice job.
I think at least my companions are weighing their options. Which brings me to my next question. Is it a package to Dis? What is it, and where does it need to go?
Well, speaking of lead-lined boxes, walks behind her desk. You hear a click of like she reaches into her breasts area and pulls out a ring of keys and unlocks a thing underneath. and pulls out another like little locked velvet box, and just kind of sets it on the table. Let's.
Safe to assume we can't look inside.
I mean, it's kind of on the tin that, you know, it gets there. I wouldn't. If you can open it, that's on you. My only requirement is that it gets there delivered. It's, weirdly enough, very simple job. Like, it does not actually have a lot of parameters to it, and it pays really well. I just can't find anyone willing to get to this.
Yes, simple does not mean easy.
Y'all want to hear about your payments? You know, the nice part, the fun part?
That might sweeten the deal.
Well, do you want to hear about the payment for the Avernus Ice? Just scratch the whole thing.
Kazador just
I leave it-
eye around to the rest of the table.
I leave it to you, Captain. I'm willing to do either or both, but I will
Trust
admit
me.
it is difficult to form an opinion with the information we have here.
Indeed. And the hell's
I
the
agree
last
with-
place I would want to be. But
I do.
this
Bex is
important.
going to look over at Rot. What is Rot's expression right now?
So, through the exchange, especially now that they're in Kylie's domicile, Rod's gotten a lot more guarded. If you remember last time, they stepped in between you two, and Rod's been standing close to you with a tighter grip on the staff and just looking around, trying to keep up with the conversation. But not happy about it. I think that whatever we do, we just need to live here and deal with the fact that people are going after Vex.
To be
Indeed.
perfectly honest with you, Rot, I do believe that, in a way, this is a, shall we say, 2-for-1 deal. 2 birds with 1 stone. I have a sneaking suspicion that if we take this job, whichever one we do take, we will end up learning more about the latter in addition to the former.
Just care that you don't have more people going after you.
Oh, I think we are considering that heavily right now, my friend.
Whatever path we take, there is something we have to address. How are we going to get out of here? There are people going after you. I can only assume they already know where the ship is. And
If I may be so bold, Rot, that is a conversation we should not be having in front of certain parties. And they will look directly at Kylie.
And she is staring at the two of you like there's a little like corner of her mouth that's curled upwards, just like, don't mind me.
No, actually no. You got us into this mess. You know a way to get us out of here.
Okay,
If
I
you got the
don't-
word
well,
around.
I didn't get
You-
none of y'all into no mess. Oh no,
To be
all
fair-
of this was gonna happen regardless.
Hold on just a second. Rot, she did actually state that she could potentially provide information about the way in. Whether or not we choose to take that is a conversation that we don't necessarily have to have here, right?
I believe she literally said she knew the door. This is the
To
city of
Avernus,
doors,
yes.
yes.
If you just go into Avernus, yes.
To
I can get
Avernus,
you into
yes.
Avernus.
To this is another story, and that, if that is the direction we're going, which we are currently undecided, but if that is the direction we're going, we do not necessarily have to make a decision like that out in the open.
Rod,
Fine,
I am
I'll-
going to have you roll an intelligence check real quick.
Oh,
Because I do
Well
think
then.
that there is something that you
Brain.
are forgetting about.
Big brain.
will do. Let me see. That's an 11.
If it's a
That's an
save,
11.
you're in my aura. +3.
It's
Wait.
not a save. It's just a check, unfortunately.
Damn it.
So it's even less.
Whether or not you like bring it up again, whether or not like it becomes like super relevant, but the last thing you said, Rot, they probably know where the ship was. You are reminded of like where the ship. You kind of like remember where the ship is and how you specifically got into Sigil. And
Right.
yeah, it you definitely feel like that is probably less likely.
Right, the portal. Forgot we got there that way.
Anyways,
All right.
you guys wanted. We'll just start with the one that you seem a little bit more apt to, you know? So, for this delivery, there is a simple price tag of. Okay, just so y'all are aware in regards to the way that business in Sigil works. Y'all are, bloods, so I'm gonna assume that you are. You like gold, yeah? Right? I can just... Gold is something that y'all deal with. Anyways, there's about a 50,000 gold bounty on the taking the item to Dis. This is just kind of in regards to this one, not sure why this is, a 500,000 Electrum.
Hakka's jaw just goes slack.
Not sure why it's more Electrum than it would be gold translated, but it is. And so this is something that I do. Now, something that we can do is very often persons of your nature, let's say, tend to prefer interesting things rather than cold hard coin. So something I do offer, me specifically, is I have a relationship with a local businessman who sells magic items, and if you would rather be paid in magic items rather than the traditional coinage, that can always be arranged. I have my own metric for how to translate coin. So for this one, it would be 1 backroom item or 2 top shelf items.
Hakka would look to the group.
Frankly, I prefer the coin because I need components. Because, frankly, to all of you, the more diamonds I have, the more bargaining power I have with the ancestors to keep you alive, should the worst happen.
That is a fair point.
I don't know what a ghost does with diamonds, but it's not my place to ask.
Kylie just kind of leans back, stretches a little bit, grabs the 2 ledgers and flips them open to a signing page and just kind of sets them on the edge of the desk.
I agree with Xoruk, Kazador. Whether you want to do 1 job or 2, I trust your judgment.
I said I was gonna follow you. So I will abide by whatever you choose.
Kazador will look over his shoulder at Vex.
I'm going to repeat one thing that I said that I would like us to consider very carefully. And that is, should we break in, should we do a heist in Avernus, there are other consequences that we will need to be prepared for. Because if we think simply walking in and getting out is going to be easy, it's not. I understand the same is to be said of this. The difference, and I think it matters, I do think it matters, is whether or not we're looking at a stolen item versus a given item. If I understand anything about fiendish folk, they'd prefer to have more in their hands than less, even if we aren't dealing with a fiend itself. But
Kazador
whatever you
nods.
decide we want... Sorry?
Kazador nods, is all I always said.
So whatever we decide to do, whether we do one or we do both, I really implore that we proceed with the utmost caution and do not take that decision lightly.
I
Well-
tend to be in agreement.
While I'm certain the heist job would give us a bit more resources, considering it is on Avernus, Captain, it would also, by virtue, involve us in some matter of speaking with the Blood War.
We're looking to quell some grudges, not create more. I think we should do the delivery.
Kylie flips one of the ledgers closed and pulls it back and sets it on a pile, and then just gestures at the other one.
Are we in agreement?
Hakka will nod.
I think we are.
What will as well.
Then let the signatures begin.
All right. Either with a prick of blood or with some of the ink that is provided, signatures are laid down. A deal with Kylie is struck. I'm very happy to be working with all of you. Now that we are officially involved with another job, I consider you my clients. So any of our services that you need availed, any of our assistance that you'd like, you are welcome to it. Any of the resources we at the Touts have, happy to provide them. And you're welcome to stay here at the Sill, safe and free of charge while you're on a job.
Vex is gonna side-eye glance at Kazador.
That is the one thing we need most right now. Catch our breath before we do anything else.
This might sound counterintuitive, but you're last seen coming in here. You're last seen in the courtyard outside of here. I did have a lead at the Fortune's Wheel, and I can get you there quietly and unseen.
Would we be safer, more hidden in the Fortune's Wheel than here?
It's the kind of thing where you'd be hiding in a big crowd, so unless you make a stink or otherwise make some noise while you're there, you'd be blending in pretty well. A lot of people from various planes go there. There's a lot of different folk. Could be a good place to talk if you want to stay in the city while you do so.
I did send a team of my own to the Fortune's Wheel in the past. It seemed that they weren't harmed or accosted while they were there.
It's under the owner's best interest to keep everyone happy while they're there.
Right.
If I may, we were given information that I do believe is pertinent. Whether we go there now or we go there later, Kazador, I would request that we do make a stop in there.
I think we should.
If the bartender knows a thing or two, then I would like to have a conversation.
Very well. Then we should catch our breath here, and as soon as we're able, we should pick Kylie up on their offer to get us to the Fortune's Wheel.
Well, food and drink and a non-detection spell are here in my office, so take as much time as you need in here, and when you're ready to travel, find the tout that you met earlier. They should be able to guide you to the tunnels. Well, it's what they are. Might as well be honest.
Very well. Kazador looks around to his crew.
We'll go take care of some business. She just grabs some of her papers, and she like, you're in her office, but she also has like a private room to the side, and she like takes some of her papers and she leaves you all alone, stepping into a private room.
Well, we have a second. I know we need to catch our breath, but I think it's important that I bring this up now. And Vex will pull out the puzzle that's in their pocket. Or bag, really.
Mm-hmm. The, like, bag of floorboards and chunks of wood that you've been carrying around from the floor of the place where you saved Xoruk.
Kylie had mentioned surprised that we hadn't heard or discovered or seen any additional information. However, that's not entirely true. There's this. And I believe if we were to put the pieces together, we might be able to discover something.
Let me just...
Oh my god.
Oh,
Puzzle.
You all should be able to move all of the things on the board.
Right, let's start with the corner pieces.
A lot of pieces have corners. Oh dear. Damn it, that doesn't fit there. Wait a minute. How do I? Yes, okay. That fits there.
While everyone is huddled around the puzzle pieces, Rod will actually walk up to Xoruk. How are you holding up?
A bit disoriented, but in one piece, I suppose.
Sorry I could not back you up sooner. You took the brunt of the fight.
That's quite alright.
What do you make of all of this?
What do you mean?
this whole situation. I'm following along as best as I can, but it doesn't sit well with me that just everywhere we're going to go, there's a surprise on their head, and I don't want them to go through that.
Neither do I. But we are all haunted by our past in one way or another. With lack of a better term, for Vex, perhaps the devil is due. It is difficult to say as to how to get there and what that looks like towards the end, but ever since myself and Vex discovered Kazador and, well, the entire plot involving him and the ship, the crew, we have been accosted by things from our past. A Githzerai that is from my past, seemingly involved in a hit that was to kill all 4 of us. And then now Malelraz, a devil from my past as well, involved in this hit with Vex.
Not only is he involved, I apologize for eavesdropping. Malelraz has Lysander.
Indeed. A point is, there is a lot that has formed a web around us, and the more we try to cut it, the more it forms. The best we can do is try to stick together and let things happen as they will. The more we struggle against it, the more it struggles against us. We cannot be as decisive. We cannot have a quick blow to finish this all. We have to stumble and hope that we find our way.
The place we are going to go, I don't know much about it, but the vision Mars showed me, there is an army gathering there. I don't know what we're walking into, but it's not going to be easy, and I fear we might as well be outnumbered really easily.
Do you know what the Blood War is, Ron?
I've heard a bit of it. Blakemoor is close to the abyss, and, well, demons spew out here and there.
Well, as I mentioned to Hakka before, the Blood War is a conflict spanning before even recorded time between the lawful, constructive and constrictive nature of the devils versus the chaotic and destructive nature of the demons. They cannot coexist. The two do war with each other lest one side gains power over the other. But the fiends also take this as opportunity to control their populations and deal gains whenever they need it. It does not surprise me that if you had visions of hells that you would find armies, for they are always on legion. They are always amassing their ranks. But to your point, I do not believe we are simply going to be traveling there, assuming we can move without detection. We will move as quickly and as quietly as we can.
That puts me a bit more at ease. That's the kind of thing I'm more used to, just not being seen. I am still not happy with this whole... Just have a bad feeling, you know?
You go into the Hells, I would assume you'd have a few bad feelings. We will see this way, Ron.
Yes?
We have been graced by an incredible amount of fortune, myself especially, and equal amounts of misfortune. Everything I could ever want has fallen directly in my hands without any choice or need for me to be decisive about it. Yet it has appeared. And in doing so, in seemingly incalculable amount of consequences have also formed upon my head and my hands. I see the same now for Vex. Things are going to be happening. We are trapped in a web of fate or plot or intrigue that we cannot fully predict yet. But so long as we maintain our bonds together, we will endure it. And I am certain we will overcome it. Hells or not.
I just don't like to see you guys being hurt.
We are adventurers, Rot.
That I'm learning.
Being hurt is part of the job.
Still, can't stop me from trying to prevent that from happening.
No. I suppose that is one of your more noble traits about you.
I just don't like people being hurt. It doesn't sit well with me.
Rot, you can only control yourself. You cannot control those around you. You certainly cannot control the world around you. Trust me, I've tried, and I've seen far better than me fail. All we can do is respond to what happens around us. Yes, you can try to be diligent and prevent people from being hurt as best you can, but you will ultimately fail more times than not. So what you can do is use what resources you have to help them when they are hurt, as you've already been doing. But do not judge yourself for not being able to master the world around you. There are very few who can.
As you finish saying that, there is a click of the last piece of wood fitting into place. And the symbol that you have put together doesn't like fuse or anything. It just slowly like lights, like glows faintly for a second before fading. And Kazador, I would like you to roll an Arcana check.
Ready.
Can I guidance this?
Sure.
Guidance.
Hakka just Fortnite dances behind Kazador.
We like Fortnite. A 2 for a 17.
A 2 for a 7. Well, don't forget to add the D4.
Don't forget the D4.
True. A soft 20.
20. The construction of this, the magical artificery here, the actual arcanism at work is expert tier. Like, this is very, very... It's simple magic and powerful at the same time. You immediately recognize it as a sending spell of some kind. It is entirely reminiscent in the way that it's set up and the way that it's stylized, and specifically one thing in particular in the center, there is copper metal mixed with the blood. You recognize it as what is ostensibly a permanent sending sigil. It is, or sigil. It is they're rare, they're hard to make, they have to be used with they have to be made with the blood of the person you're contacting. They are very useful, and you believe that, especially now that you have like put everything back together, that were you to activate it, like pump magic into it to activate it, you would contact whoever's on the other side of this sending symbol.
This is permanency magic.
What does that mean?
This seems to be some sort of permanent sending spell. a way to contact a specific individual.
Who does it contact?
Kazador looks to Vex. He has no idea.
This was on the floor at Xoruk's feet in the torture room. So whoever was responsible for the torture of Xoruk is also probably, just a hunch, probably responsible for this. There was likely a reason why they opted to destroy this before we even set foot in that building.
Trying to hide their evidence where they could before, well, we would find it.
And yet...
Do you mean to use it?
I don't think if we did, it would be wise to use it here. However, it is a tool. Perhaps, or... well, more like a double-edged sword.
Would there be any harm in me casting mending on it, so that it doesn't fall apart again?
I don't think there would be.
I have a logistics question above board.
Yeah.
And that is, if we mend this, how easy will it be to carry?
I mean, I would say it's like a 3 foot by 3 foot thing. So you could like put some cloth on it and like strap it to a back, and it would be like one of those like wooden back platforms that you like carry back, like the like carrying backpack kind of things.
You should get some hinges.
The
should mend
best
half of it
option
and then
you
hinge
think?
it.
Oh, yeah, that would be smart. The best option you think is if Hakka were to just fuse the breaks, like the boards that have been snapped and like broken, you could carry it as a stack of boards rather than a bag of junk.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Hold on, let me pull out this welding torch.
It takes some time.
Put your goggles on, put your goggles on!
Air at a time. And that's what the 2 lodestones are for.
No, I'm fine. I just have to squint. It's okay.
He's blind.
Not again.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll just regenerate my eyeballs. It's fine.
Oh, true.
In regards to this, it takes a little bit because of the way that mending works, and you are also putting the puzzle together. So I would say over the course of this time, along with the snacks that are provided by Kylie, all of you can have a short rest.
Alrighty.
Okay, gonna do some funny harness divine power really quick so I can get some spell slots back.
But over the course of this short rest, you guys can patch up some wounds, etc. Over on one of the couches, Esmeralda has kind of like sprawled out and has placed the hat over her face and is currently taking a nap. Sitting next to her on the couch, Vivolazar, the like Tiefling Aasimar, is kind of like fidgeting nervously and keeps like glancing over at Xoruk.
Do you have an issue with me?
Oh, no, sorry, I'm not. Just reputation.
Do not worry, I have not been hired to kill you.
That's good, at least. Sorry, I'm not quite as brave as the rest of you, it seems.
Bravery is not something that is earned. It is something that is forged over time. Be thankful that you have not needed to forge it yet. But if it makes you at ease in any way, Come, sit next to me. Let us meditate together. Perhaps it will calm both of our minds.
Walk up to you and kind of sit across from you. Okay, as you wish. I would be happy to sit with you for a while. If that is what
Is Naimana also nearby?
Naimana is also nearby. I think as you kind of look around for her, Naimana comes out of invisibility.
Ah, that makes sense.
Hey, Naimana, if you could join us.
Oh, yes, of course. I would be happy to. Hello. Hello there. Vovoleza. Naimana. They shake hands. Xoruk, are you okay? You got very hurt.
I am in one body still, but I am not of one mind. I must still myself, find an anchor, and know who I am once more. I would ask you, both of you, to assist me in this. To sit near each other, to close our eyes and to breathe, to let me focus on our breaths. That is all I ask. I will be of one soon enough.
I would be happy to. And sits next to you. Vovolazar will kind of hold out their hands to kind of, for like the three of you to not sure. You're not sure if this is like intentional or if they think that is what you're supposed to be doing, but they kind of hold out their hands for the three of you to kind of.
Yeah, he'll take his hand.
A prayer then, for of my guiding light. May the truth of the matter be shone upon. May the darkness of lies and deceit be dashed away by the light. May the guidance of the Dawnfather bring us to a greater understanding.
And
Okay.
Xoruk will begin his meditation.
As you all meditate for a moment, you take some time, recover some wounds. Is there anything anyone would like to do during this little bit of recovery time?
Xoruk's gonna be centering himself, so he's pretty much good.
You know what? Hakka would. We don't have to RP this. Would Hakka would ask Kylie, do they have any divination components?
You kind of you would need to like knock on the door, but it doesn't take very long. It's like almost a moment later. Oh, hello. Sorry, a different one. Oh, hi there. You knocking on my door? Need something?
Ah, yes, specifically 25 GP of a sacrificial offering appropriate to my religion.
Yeah, I can get you something. I don't know. Yeah, what do you? And this is for you. What would be a sacrificial offering appropriate to your religion? Like you, decide
Like
that.
incense, or like crushed up like turquoise maybe, or like.
Mm-hmm. She brings you a lot of very expensive patchouli.
I don't know what patchouli is.
It's a type of incense.
Oh, okay.
Smells great.
Am I gonna have to like pay double price for this because it's from a?
If you remember correctly, she said that while you were on a job, that the services of the touts are yours to avail. So, actually, just provides you the incense.
Fuck yeah. Is it one divination component or do I have multiple?
I would just give you one at the moment. If you need more, they would be willing to give more, but it wasn't really specified, so it would just be one.
I'll take as many as they'll give.
They'll give if you were like asking for it. She kind of chuckles and would give you would walk into the back and would grab. It's like a round case, almost like a scroll case, But there is like smell coming off that thing. It's
it's
one of those like
stanky.
incense. It's one of those incense containers. It has enough for 3 charges, and she
Okay.
says anything after that you'll have to go find more. This is her stock.
Okay. Thank you. And I just let the group know that I can do divination. I can ask questions. So it's like, oh, do we want to know what that sending sigil talks to? Like, we can ask that, or anything about the heist, or anything about the delivery. We don't have to do that now, by the way. We
Yippee!
Nope, but yeah, hey, this is exactly what What would y'all be up to during that time? If there's nothing else, then after recovering, grabbing some snacks, you all bandage each other, pat yourselves off, and are welcome to decide your next move. If I remember correctly, and if the plan still is to clandestinely head to the Fortune's Wheel, then we can just kind of skip to there.
That's what
I
we're
wouldn't
gonna
mind.
do.
Yeah.
I vote skip.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Alrighty. In that case, you all speak with Michael the Tout, who leads you into a basement area and through a tunnel that Rot and Xoruk would pretty quickly connect to. This probably leads to Undersigil as well. It is a pathway to get there. So now you all know that there is a way from Undersigil into the Sill Inn directly. And as you all are led by Michael through these kind of under tunnels and eventually to what looks like just like a wall panel, they kind of click a couple things and a false back slides out. And it's the side wall to a stall, like a bathroom stall, that's currently not being used. Michael just kind of gestures you all in, and one by one you make your way into the stall, and then out of the stall, and you see it has an out of order sign on the outside of the stall. To keep people from heading into that one. And as you one by one make your way out of the bathroom and into the actual hall of the Fortune's Wheel, the din of the crowd very, very quickly begins to make itself known. The lush and lavish interior is a mix of sweet cocktails, acrid smoke, the fresh smell of growing natural plants, the metallic smell of coinage, and various other warm food-like smells drifting out of a kitchen. There are tables of individuals gambling. There's a big fountain with a occasional just going on in the background of coins seemingly dropping out of a individual's hands and into the fountain. The individual who's depicted in this statue is tall and elegant with a long dress depicted in gilded gold and and in a resplendent outfit. You see the depiction of Shemeshka, who stands as her own fountain, and you have all entered the Fortune's Wheel. Let me get you. There's this lovely thing I love. Boop. It's a great picture.
Yeah.
Ooh, lovely.
What manner of place is this?
This appears to be the fortune's wheel.
And we're supposed to lay low for a day, was it?
It's entirely up to you all. I will happily remind Kazador because of Kazador's magic and roll a check on it at the time, rather than Rot because of what Rot said, because just the way intelligence works. Kazador, you recall you do have a way out of the city swiftly, easily, and clandestinely. All of you do. The keys that bring you back.
Right.
So at any point, y'all can just dip out that you wish to. You came here so you could lay low for a little bit and also potentially talk to the bartender, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
That being said, as you all are kind of looking around, there's probably a little bit of confusion kind of getting your bearings. You would all hear a, well, it's so good to see new faces, especially ones that I have been so availed of their skills and, well, capabilities. And coming down the banister, very clearly speaking to all of you. Kazador, you, from your experience, immediately recognize an Arcanoloth when you see one in stunning spined outfit, flowing cloth and silk coming off of her, crowned in a small diadem. Shemeshka, owner of the Fortune's Wheel, begins to make her way towards you. My lovely Kylie told me all of you were coming.
Yes. It turns out we're somewhat in need of a quieter venue, and this was recommended to us.
Well, it's not exactly quiet, but it is definitely a venue worth your time. I have been told you're on a job. I have a private room for you if you'd like.
Kazar will just like look over his shoulder and just gesture with his eyes like, oh, private room.
Very well, come, follow me. And begins to walk through the casino and will like gesture at things as they're walking through. Over there is the bar. It's a extravagant area where you can refresh yourself if you wish. Currently, we have our bartender, great Stephen Amber. But our other bartenders in the back, I can send them to you if you wish. We have our casinos over there if you wish to gamble while you're here. I have my lovely, it kind of gestures at the fountain, my lovely fountain. I have some employees over there, and gestures at some slot machines. If you wish to go rest, and then the piece de resistance, and gestures at a large wheel with a bunch of various symbols on it, all in a sort of expanding outward circular shape. It has a large lever right in front of it and a plush little seat also directly in front of it. And that over there, the titular Fortune's Wheel. It is, it looks at you, Kazador. It was a great hit with one of your friends.
Kind of look above the Fortune's Wheel, see if there might be, just something, I don't know, just hanging above it.
Yeah. What do you?
An apparatus of some kind.
Some sort of apparatus.
Yeah, you would see, currently, sitting in a kind of gilded cage above it, seemingly needed some extra security recently, is a large sort of strange mechanical apparatus of some kind, a intricate and complicated looking piece of machinery.
Can I give it a try?
Well, of course. Please, I would be happy to let you. The first one is on me. And would kind of swish her hand through her cloak and present all of you with 5 razor leaves.
Ooh, okay. I assume the pull for the fortune's wheel is 5 razor leaves. I assume.
Mm-hmm. 5 razor leaves.
All right, Hakka would give it a shot.
You go up, roll me a d10.
Oh boy! Let's go gambling! Oh, dang it!
All right, what'd you get? 8.
What
Okay.
Hakka would just kind of mutter under his breath, just like, "Oh, my son-in-law would love this place." He's kind of disgusted looking around.
Tick 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 tick. And it stops on what looks like a kind of, for lack of a better term, tentacle, and the little box on the front sort of opens up, and kind of like almost like flopping out of it, still writhing, is a mind flayer tentacle. It's just all on the ground. Just
Hakka would look in the hole. Where's the rest of the mind flayer? Like turns around.
Oh, I'm honestly not sure.
Hakka would pick it up. Is it still flailing?
Oh, it's still flailing and it's sticky.
I won this, and he holds it out to his group like, huh.
Rod tilts their head to the side a little bit and then starts clapping.
Xoruk will give his leaves to Hakka to do it again.
Okay. Oh, thank you.
Another one.
Another one.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
2 tentacles.
You roll it again, and it's like click, 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 click.
Hakka picks it up with the other hand, and he's just
Okay, here's
standing
the
there
worst
with
part.
that
Hard to
tentacle.
find the rest of the mind flayer at this point.
It's a completely different hue. It's a different color. It very clearly comes from a different mind flayer.
So Hakka is dual wielding these flailing tentacles, and he's like perturbed in a way that is so just he's baffled right now. This is by far in his journey throughout the cosmos so far. I think this is the weirdest shit he's ever seen. And we'll just blankly look to Shemeshko, just like, what do I do with these?
Usually we give them to the chef to have them prepare some calamari, but you can do what you like.
Looks to Xoruk.
Can you eat Mind Flayer?
I never had the chance.
Would you like to? Yeah, it gives you a wicked looking grin.
It's not exactly a pot of them anymore. It's not like they're using them.
Well, it's still a sapient creature. I don't know if it's right to.
The tentacle? No, it's not.
I guess.
Are you saying you've never been curious to try another scaled arm before?
No. I've cannibalism is a harmful lizard folk stereotype, I should have you know.
Oh, since we're committing microaggressions, then yeah, I'll pass.
Is it cannibalism if they don't have a soul?
Well,
All these questions and more. No, they literally don't have souls.
That is a matter of great debate, actually.
Ancestors give me strength. Sure, I will try this calamari.
Very well. I kind of flicks a hand, and a clawed fox paw grabs the two and goes like searing off towards the kitchens with them.
Anybody else? And Hakka gestures to the fortune's wheel.
Sure, I want a tentacle. Roll wheel. Spin the wheel.
Please, another 8. Please.
She's just standing there,
Okay,
like
right.
one hand on her hip, just kind of chuckling.
No, that's a 4.
4.
That's half of 8.
half a mind flayer tentacle.
And as it comes, a little like the container opens, and a little slip of paper just kind of and kind of spins through the air before kind of landing in front of you.
Rod takes it up and looks at the piece of paper.
You look up at the like symbol that you like the needle landed on, and it kind of looks vaguely like a cup. And when you look down at the piece of paper, it says 1 free drink ticket.
Oh.
Huh. I want a free drink.
Not bad.
Looks at Shamishka. Anything you would recommend?
Oh, well, there are honestly so many good things to try here. What would be your... What kind of flavors do you like?
Usually, well, back at home, was this dessert made with rotting plums? It's kind of the sweetest thing I could find back then.
I'll get you something sweet. I'll talk to the... Here, give that to me and I'll make sure you get set up with... You know, you poor thing from Plague Mort, it sounds like. I will have a sampler sent to your table so you can try a variety of our drinks.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
She plucks the piece of paper from you and sort of just disappears in her robes as she's still kind of she's not like leading you anymore. She's like waiting for people to try their turn. She kind of looks over at Kazador and Vex. Are you wishing to try, or do you want to save your resolues for another game?
Vex tilts their head to the side, a bit curious about the options.
Oh, well, we have... the big ticket prize can only really come from the Fortune's Wheel, but we have Dealer's Roll, we have a Dead Hand's Dice, we have Olitamara's Bounty.
Dead Hand's Dice. What's that?
Yes, gestures over, and Vex, you see very clearly, you would have no doubt in your mind what this is, because you've seen them so often. A vampire in a, like, really, really stately dealer's attire, like Vegas dealer's attire, is sitting at a table with a bunch of various dice at it. Out of character, it looks kind of like a gambler's Yahtzee table.
Oh my god.
I was gonna ask if this was Sailor's Dice.
It's pretty close to that. It is called
Cool.
Dead Hand's Dice. It's its own thing, but yeah.
Sure. Vex notices the vampire. Does one of those, you know those thing where like you look down your shirt for just a second at the thing that's like at a necklace or something? Does that to the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
Okay.
Looks back at the table. There's like for the rest of the party, there's like a singular sweat drop that like goes down their cheek.
I thought I was done with this shit.
For what it's worth, I don't think the gods are watching in this place.
They're currently,
Truly.
like, no one's sitting at the vampire's table right now. They're currently just doing the I'm really bored thing, and they're just stacking dice into a large pile.
I think Vex is gonna walk over. I do think Vex is gonna walk over.
Hello there, can I help you? Would you like to play a game?
I'll bite. What are the rules?
Oh, good one. The rules are very simple. Gestures at a large pile of bones, dice, like d6s. You can take as many of them as you wish, and you may roll as many of them as you wish. And I will take the amount in which I wish. The game is a bit of a gamble the entire time. We roll against each other. Everyone at the table will roll. And whoever has the highest dice, the highest number total, they're the winner. However, if anyone rolls a 1, besides the dealer, the house wins.
Sure, why not?
Gestures, how many dice would you like?
I guess my question above board, am I the only one playing, or is anyone joining me?
Fuck
Ah,
it,
yeah,
when in Rome.
leaves.
Oh yeah, I don't have any leaves. Yeah, I
I think Kazador and Vex are the only two that have leaves left. You know what? Kazador will join Vex.
yay.
It is a
Heck yeah.
single razor leaf to buy in.
I will give him my leaf.
All right, you both place a leaf on the table, and they push the pile of dice at you. Choose your dice.
Are there different? Do they look different, or do
There
they?
are a bunch of they're all D6s, but there are a bunch of different ones. They're all different shapes, sizes, colors, aesthetics, number stylings, etc. It's just a whole bunch of random D6s.
Leah, I
You
have
can-
to ask.
Mm-hmm.
I have to ask. Are there gay dice?
There are gay dice, absolutely.
Amazing. I would like some gay dice, thanks.
You grab as many gay dice as you want. So the game is you can roll as many d6s as you want. You are trying to get higher than the dealer. I can roll as many d6s as you want, as I want, but I can't roll more than you do. If you roll a 1, you lose. If you get lower than my number, you lose. You, for Hakka, or not Hakka, for Kazador and Vex, it is however many dice you wish.
I think I will take 3d6.
All right. Roll 3d6. Vex, same for you.
Do I have to roll the same amount as Kazador?
Nope, you can roll as many as you like.
Oh,
wow.
Beat that!
Oh.
All
And
right.
now I'm doubting myself.
I didn't realize.
How many d6s do you want to roll?
I didn't realize.
I was
Kazador-
gonna hit the button and surprise you.
Hit the button,
I didn't realize Kazador gambled this
You know
much.
what? Damn it!
and you bust.
Oh.
All right.
It's fine.
He really likes gambling.
Now,
He's good
here's
at
the
it.
thing. Vex up the ante, which means I'm allowed to roll as many d6s as I like, up to 4.
Uh-oh.
I was going to roll my own dice, but actually it's a lot more fun to do this in. So I will roll 46.
Let's go gambling.
Let's go gambling!
Aw, dang it.
Thrash, y'all mind if I bust?
Amazing.
Amazing.
What are you doing here,
as
Thrash?
the-
Get back on Tom.
You all, take the cup, roll the dice, throw the cup on the table, and as you all lift up, the dealer, without a millisecond, without a beat, and you realize why the vampire is the one doing the dice counting. Without a beat, the vampire goes, "The winner is you, good sir."
Oh, that's
And
right.
double your points.
Vampires love counting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Throw a bunch of grain of rice on the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me take out my celebratory salt shaker. Oh no!
Oh no!
Because you get double the ante, here is 4 razor leaves for your victory.
I did it.
Gestures at the dice on the table. Would you like to play again?
I think I'm done for the moment, unless Vex, you would also like another throw.
How many leaves did we all start with?
So you all started with 5. You and Kazador both put 1 on the table. Kazador didn't end up losing yours. So Kazador, you have 9. Vex, you have 4.
Okay. I appreciate the offer. However, I think I would like to try out some of the other games. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. You have a lovely evening.
You as well.
Shemeshka, almost like waiting patiently with a little bit of a contented smile on her face, hands behind her back, has struck up a conversation with a pair of what look like devas, not like, you know, the Solar that you met. They're more humanoid size, but they're in like tuxedos, and they have the little thing that goes to the ear, the little like radio headset. They look like security here, and Shemeshka's talking to them before looking back over. Hello, how did it go? Seems you won a little extra coin. Do you want to try any of the other games while we're at it?
I out of leaves as it is, so I can no longer be playing.
I see. Quite unfortunate. If you wish, we do have a place where you can exchange a certain amount of coinage for razor leaves, but there is a limit to it on the day. Otherwise, we would get bogged down in gold coins.
I think I'm good for night. I would like to enjoy that drink, though.
Yes, please, anyone who wishes, follow me to the back room. And as Shemeshka leads you towards the back room, anyone who wishes towards the back room, anyone who wishes to stay out on the floor, you're welcome to. But as you pile into one of the platinum rooms, as they're known here, that is where we're going to take a quick break.
Woohoo!
Very well.
Alrighty.
Let's
I
go.
won
gambling.
2 tentacles.
Be right back.
And the tentacles are gonna be cooked. I've also been waiting on the like, hey, cannibalizing mortal species is a harmful lizard folk stereotype.
Shut up, Hungry Jaws.
Whoa, now.
That's all right. Mind flayers aren't mortal, so it's okay.
Yeah, aberrations.
Cannibalism is fine until you eat a clown. Then it tastes funny.
Hey.
Is this when I make a "you are what you eat" joke, or?
Oh my god.
You only eat depressed
Perhaps.
writers, apparently.
Well, hi chat, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hope you had a happy holidays for those of you who celebrate.
Yeah, Merry Crisis.
Happy Chrysler.
Merry
Skibbity, skibbity, hawk to
No.
a hawk.
the next time we play, it'll be a Happy New Kia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Last Kazadors of the year.
Indeed.
Okay, so
We
I have
have
to
to wait
ask
a whole
for those who
year.
I have to ask for those who are hanging out in call. Would your character for this campaign be a Grinch or a Scrooge, or would they be very celebratory for the D&D equivalent of Christmas?
Ooh.
Rod would love Christmas, I think.
Oh god.
Xoruk would be so fucking annoying about Christmas. He'd be trying to convince people that it's a materialistic holiday and that you should give it up.
Why wouldn't I celebrate
While
the birth of
secretly
our Lord
drinking
and
a
Savior
fuckload of
Jesus
eggnog.
Christ?
I think Hakka would like Christmas. I think he would.
I want to see Hakka attempt to understand the concept of a Yule log, like, you know, like the food a Yule log, right?
What?
But if it's a log, why would I eat it?
You're not supposed to eat wood. It's stupid.
I think Kazador would be... He wouldn't be a miser about it or a Scrooge about it. But he would just be like, you know, I'll just celebrate in my own way. Probably just stay home, wear a sweater, drink some cocoa. He wouldn't be like out and about celebrating.
Just the general notion of holiday cheer is something that would appeal to Rod immensely. Coming from a very like dour place as Plaguemore, it's like, oh shit, this is so happy.
I have to ask. Do we get to put little fairy lights on Rot?
Yes,
Oh my
all of
god.
them.
I have fairy
red
lights
and
on my-
green.
I have fairy lights on my ceiling. It's actually very fun.
Oh.
Next question. There's a Secret Santa on the home wrecker. Who is giving what to who?
Oh god. What's
So, mentioned before, but Rod would actually try to replicate their favorite dessert from Plaguemore, which is basically pickled rotting plum.
Oh god.
I made this for you.
Hakka would gift the most, like, gaudy, like, overly designed, like, spear or, like, halberd or something in that nature to somebody.
I feel like Vex would give like the weirdest fantasy white elephant gift. Like just an obscure, like it's not even magical, but like an obscure rare item from somewhere that has like what use does it actually have? What purpose does it serve?
I've invented a robot that
Of the here
screams.
scale. Just like, okay, thanks.
Exactly.
Marine would get stuck with Marsh and would give Marsh a gun.
No!
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh no!
Xoruk would also give Rot a gun
Fantastic.
and a copy of The Art of War.
Where is everybody getting guns? This is ridiculous.
Zenlita in chat. Marsh is the tree topper. That's actually yes, correct.
No, I
Fantastic.
want Marsh can be a tree topper, but also Marsh can be a mistletoe, a different Marsh. And he's just hanging. Marsh is hanging as the mistletoe, like SpongeBob at the end of the movie.
Silent Marsh Christmas Carol Choir.
You can only hear it if you're a Myconid.
Exactly.
So yeah, Silent Night.
Hey.
Say the joke, yes.
I'm ready to go as soon as we are. I just had to swap laundry over.
Righty.
I am here. I have not left.
I am here.
As you all are kind of sitting in the... Everyone good to go? Anyone need any extra time?
I got
Good.
nothing.
Alrighty. Then as y'all are kind of sitting in the room waiting for the food and the drinks to arrive, Esmeralda would lean over to you, Hakka, and kind of tap you on the shoulder. Hey there, I don't know your name. We haven't been introduced. What's your name again?
Hakka Banemaw. You can call me Hawk.
Esmeralda. Sure, you can call me whatever you want. You were having fun with these? Here, take ours. And hands you 10 razor leaves from the two of them.
Hakka looks to the fortune's wheel.
Do I?
You look out the private window towards the fortune's wheel.
I will save this for later, thank you.
And I'll pocket the 10 razors.
She just kind of gives you a thumbs up, like, all right. And it doesn't take too long before entering the room is a kind of hefty looking. They're bigger than any normal imp that you've seen before. They're like wider, heavier set, larger, taller, bigger wings, a little bit more muscular. It's like the fucking Hulk of imps.
I can't.
Oh my
believe it.
god.
Walks in.
It's the himp.
The imp.
Walks in pushing a little cart. And they have like a little hat on and like one of those little like busboy outfits on. And they start setting drinks on. Here you go. All right, here you go. Here's a drink. Okay. Calamari. Okay.
Oh, do they have the like working retail like 1,000-yard stare?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh no!
And Kazador, you're kind of like half paying attention as they're like setting the food on, but your eyes happen to glance over and they have a little name tag on, and the little name tag says MG on it.
G.
Just the letter M and then the letter G.
M.G.
Is he a manager? Is he management? Does this place need managers?
Okay, here you go. Here's your calamari and your drinks, and
Thank you.
I was told, Shemeshka told me you wanted to talk with me, and kind of looks across the group and then looks up at you, and the eyes go wide looking at Kazador, and they take like a half step back. Oh fuck.
What's wrong?
I'm gonna take my break real quick.
It's you, isn't it?
They go for the door.
Oh no!
Winter Glory, you stay right where you are.
They freeze in place. Fuck.
Hakka just starts smugly just eating the calamari and kind of leaning back in his chair, just like, oh, this is gonna be fun to watch.
It is an ill omen for you indeed that you should cross my path again, fiend. Count yourself fortunate that I am not after your hide.
And they're just like stammering. They're just I can't move.
Sit.
Goes cross legs on the ground.
At the table.
Gets up, sits at the table. Oh, okay, we can do this. We can be all nice and stuff. We don't have to make it a deal. We don't have to fight.
Yes, that's right.
Kazador, remind me.
And the audience.
Who is this again?
This. The devil that have been trying to control my people from the shadows for years. Myself, as well as a group of goblins, foiled his plot. And it seems he's taken up work here.
Times are tough, huh?
You could say that again. What do you want from me? I'm a cager now, okay?
I do believe it's not actually Kazador who has questions for you at this time.
Kazador
Kinda
will
looks over
nod
at
and
you.
will
Who
gesture
are-
over to Vex.
You.
Quite. They pause for a second. They look over at the group. Is it a little is it considered in bad taste for me to use the idiom a little bird told me?
No, I think it's just accurate.
Right. Well, a little bird told me that you might have some information that would be crucial to a specific, well, I can't even say individual, it's more than one, but a shall we say sequence of events that I am rather invested in learning more about. Would the names Maleloraz and Lysander mean anything to you?
Oh, jeez. Roll an intimidation check.
Can I
With
guidance the
advantage because of Kazador. Yeah, with guidance and an advantage because of Kazador
Yay!
and Hakka.
Yay!
It's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Soon we shall see. The result is
And roll the d4. 23.
23. Oh, okay. Listen, I really don't want any trouble. I'm trying to just get by here. Everything I had, everything I was planning, it's all gone. Anything I had, like, I have no sway anymore. I'm out. But
still,
I
you know
do know
things.
that name. I do. I know that name. Maleloraz, yeah? I know the name. They were involved with my business. They were... I was in charge of the Kasigi Empire, but they were one of the people who hired me, or kind of sent me there, I guess. One of, not the only one. There's a group in the Hells right now that are working on something that they call the expansion project. I was one of the generals. That's all I was. I was in charge of the Kasigi, but there are a lot of it's happening. There's a lot more going on. It's not just okay.
The expansion project. You act as if that's a small thing, but if you're calling yourself a general, well, to me that sounds like it's quite the grand adventure now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, for a while, yeah, we've had. I mean, there's a lot of stuff involved with the expansion project. We had some business in the north end of Toril, but I believe that was related to Stygia. That's not. I wasn't really in charge of that side of things, but Maleloraz was. Maleloraz is one of the people coordinating most of the expansion project efforts, going in between a lot of the other various individual high-ranking dukes and stuff. There's a lot of moving parts here, a lot of different general. Like, I'm not the only one. I'm not a I was a general. I'm not anymore. There are a lot of generals.
I understand. The main reason I'm interested in speaking to you specifically is not strictly with regards to your involvement, but you understand your connections. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't see any other generals here. Or, I'm sorry, former generals. So, please do forgive me if I continue to ask you questions instead of somebody else, and understand that there are no weapons out at this current juncture. And you said so yourself. You stated you didn't want this to be a problem. I'm very much of a similar mind, so if you continue to be cooperative, I rest assured, we won't need to pull anything out, I promise.
Okay.
That said,
All right.
when Malolaraz was coordinating things, were there specific targets, not just places, but also people that he had instructed you and others to potentially seek out?
Yes and no. I was not in charge of that project specifically, or I wasn't really related. But we were told to keep an eye out for fiendish influence and strong fiendish markers. Something to do with the term that was thrown around a lot was consolidation of resources, consolidation of power.
Vex is going to throw a quick side-eye glance at Xoruk and Kazador. So, were they essentially trying to recruit anybody with certain features?
Strong fiendish influence, strong fiendish heritage. There were a group of fighters from Baldur's Gate, the Hell Riders. Certain members of their number we attempted to recruit. There are various kind of looks at you. It does give you like a specific look, and before looking back down again, very clearly anyone would see it. It's they're not being really subtle. They're too nervous to be able to be at all subtle at the moment. But they kind of give you a look, Vex, before looking back down. Specifically, Cambions.
Understood. And I take it they were potentially interested in using, shall we say, alternative methods of consolidating their efforts.
A lot of the I didn't work with Malolaraz too often myself. I was more of a front-facing general. I was in charge of a large area, but in the grand scheme of the Hells, the Kasigi Empire is nothing.
Fascinating.
There were other individuals who were. Your question. Sorry, your question was that you wanted. Sorry, could you repeat? I'm sorry.
I simply was asking if they were using unsavory methods to recruit others.
Yes. Yes. By all means necessary.
Understood.
The more power they had, the higher priority they were supposed to be. So, there were a few devils actually that were hiding out on mortal realms that we were supposed to gather.
Whole devils?
Yes.
Right. And again, just To circle back around really quickly, I have a particular individual who is not, perhaps you do know some information about someone by the name of Lysander Galen.
I'm sorry, the name, I don't know.
That
I
makes
don't.
total sense. How about this? Elven persuasion, very skilled warrior, potential target.
Insight check from everyone at the table.
Sure.
Will do.
Gaijin Gooba, help me! 7.
Someone complete. Where's our
Oh,
16?
I did.
Come on!
Oh.
You're so close. All of you except for Rot pick up on the way that he pauses after you say that. Like he says, he's like, "Oh well," and then there's a pause, and he kind of like has a moment, like the eyes go wide of realization before he says, "I don't know anything for certain."
Even if you doubt, that doesn't mean you don't know anything.
The eyes shoot over towards Kazador again before they. Okay. I really don't want any trouble. Elven persuasion. Do you have anything else to go off of?
I'm going to give a bit more of a description. Physical.
They kind of nod their head.
Oh, and one more thing. A bit impulsive, doesn't always think things through.
Oh, I do know who you're talking about. Yes. There was a so one of the places that the Hells have been making moves with and towards is a realm known as Banehold. It has many individuals trapped there in what are known as the Black Cells. They are a place of cruelty. A lot of different creatures end up there. There are a lot of powerful devils there. What I heard was that recently Banehold was broken into by a mortal, an elven mortal, and this recently is in a while back, but in the grand scheme of the planes recently. More recently than the Kasigi Empire business. They were they broke in. I didn't hear about what happened after, but I do know that the Hells were sending a ship to Banehold to pick up prisoners that we had negotiated for.
Who is we?
We, as in the Hells. I am saying we, as in the organization I used to be associated with, the faction in the Hells that are seeking to expand.
Which is?
I'm afraid I don't know more. What do you mean? Like?
You worked for an organization, but you don't know the name, or is it just the project name?
The project name. I was hired. It was done in a way that almost all of the actions could look like normal things that we would be doing. But what we were supposed to be doing was laying the seeds for expansion of Hell.
Right. Can I insight check?
Mm-hmm. What are you looking for?
Well, if he's leaving something out, really.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. With advantage, because you have already succeeded on an insight check against them.
22, natural 20.
They do seem to be leaving something out. So specifically the way that they have bounced around talking, They have said that they didn't know that much. They've said that they were kind of just hired. They were working. They were one of a number of generals, etc., etc. You believe them that they don't know the name of the organization. That makes actually a lot of sense, because if it were a clandestine thing, then having a name would be even more suspicious. It's probably, with the machinations of hell, it's probably a bit more subtle. There's probably not like an official organization in such a way. But you do think he knows something more regarding that, because he has specifically avoided mentioning anyone like directly above him. He has specifically avoided mentioning like a hierarchy within, like who the leaders of this are. And that is the thing that you notice. That is what you get from your 20 insight, is that while he's been almost completely honest with you, he's avoided talking about the specific like hierarchy of whatever this is.
So let me get this straight. Just fill in the gaps, if you will, of my understanding, if I've forgotten anything, or if I'm missing something, or if I'm misremembering it. You were hired for a project to expand the Hells, in which, by force and any means necessary, yourself, as well as many others, were tasked to either conquer or herd potential resources for this expansion, for this project. You were working alongside other devils of other entities, of which had various connections throughout the Hells, including a place called Banehold, where non-fiendish entities were being held and potentially tortured there. And then you were operating with as little knowledge as possible, which meant that you didn't know the name of the organization, even though you were given the rank of general? Which, of course, if I understand anything about military tactics, that's not a small position, to say the
To be
least.
fair, I was already kind of a general. If you are of the level of devil that I look so at Kazador with, like, they've been really demure for most of this. When they look at Kazador this time, there is a level of hate and vitriol that is unmistakable and nigh unmatched. The level of devil I used to be was powerful enough to be considered a general as is. It was more like there were a number of us that were recruited that were already higher ranking to be a part of a specific project. So it wasn't like an official organization. There was no name that I was given.
No,
That's
but you
true.
worked under somebody.
I can at least vouch for the former half of that sentence. This one used to be a devil known as an Amnitsu.
Do I know anything about what that is?
I would say anything you know about Amnitsu out of character, you just naturally know.
Cool. So then again, it's good to have some clarification, some validation. That still leaves the issue of you were recruited. Were you deliberately only recruited by Malelaraz, or did you have a point of contact, someone working above you?
They go to speak, and then you see them like their jaw muscles like flex, and then they're kind of like, they open their mouth again, and they kind of are gripping, like their knuckles are turning from red to kind of a pinkish color as they're gripping their hands very tightly.
Understood.
You are not quite certain exactly what's going on, but It's almost like they're struggling physically at the moment.
Yeah. Do I know anything about silencing spells and curses?
This would be an Arcana check.
Cool.
DC 15 on this.
I believe.
Not off the top of your head. You have no. For you at this moment, it could very well be that they're afraid of whoever it is, that they're just holding it back, right? You have no reason to think that there's a magical thing here. You think that they might just be being difficult at the moment.
Any particular reason why you're avoiding the conversation?
I can't say.
Why not?
I can't say.
You think somebody's going to get the one up on you?
Or are you
Oh,
under
I see.
contract that you cannot speak?
I think he
They could be.
literally can't say.
I was gonna say he could be magically compelled.
You were saying Xoruk, sorry?
He simply asked. I suppose I'll try to say again.
Are you under contract that you cannot speak this?
I can't say.
Well, regardless, I do believe we've gathered some very pertinent and, in many ways, vital information. At this point, Vex will look to Kazador and Xoruk. Is there anything else I've forgotten to ask?
Not that I
Go
can
ahead,
think
Xoruk.
of.
Actually, I have a question, if you don't mind me stepping in here a little bit.
Why not? Go for it.
What kind of business does the Hells have in the Dread Realms? Oh, you. It was another front. Another area of expansionism. Deals were being made with certain individuals to allow our power to begin to flow through the Dread Realms so that we could add it to the Hells.
Deal with who? The lords of the
Uh,
land?
Lords, various individuals. From what I heard, last I heard, that a new Dread Realm was being forged, and that we were attempting to make a deal with the Lord of this Dread Realm that would allow us a stronger foothold.
New Dread Realm.
Just kind of slowly nods their head. Is there anything else you need from me? Are there any other questions you have?
I am thinking above board, so give me just a second.
Did we ask him?
That is just what he would say.
Did we ask him about a way to get into Dis?
We did not.
No, not at the moment. That has not been asked.
Do you know of a way to get into the Iron City?
Oh. From outside or inside the house?
Both.
Outside the Hells is both easier and harder to do. It's an easier trip. There's a door in here in Sigil. There's two actually that can lead to Dis, like different places. One leads to the palace. You're not getting it in that one. The other one just leads to the outer ring of the city, and you could get to that one, but you would have to do a lot of dealing with people in the hive to do that. You would have to make deals or knock some heads until you found it. If you're going from within, a lot of people would say that you should go from Avernus, which you will have to start in. It's the easiest way to get into the Hells. But after you go to Avernus, you should actually go somewhere else instead. But people think that there is a linear structure to the way that the Hells and the nine different realms interweave, but it's more like a root system, the way that they grow over one another. You can find pathways from one into deeper ones directly. It's actually a lot safer to go from Avernus to Manaros and then from Manaros to Dis than to go directly from Avernus to Dis because of the defenses they have set up against the demons. More specifically than that, there are a lot of ways from Manaros into Dis. So if you can find a way into Manaros, you will find a way into Dis easier.
Kazador looks to the rest of the table.
And I wouldn't suppose you would happen to have any information about that. Now, would you?
There's a mountain pass in Avernus. I don't know where this mountain is. I don't know which pass it is. But I do know there is a mountain pass in Avernus that will lead to an underground maze, which will take you to Manaros. So the myth goes.
Hmm.
For visual reference, in case anyone wants one.
The cosmos.
Hang on, I need to grab my guide.
I do have one quick question. Actually,
Yeah.
a couple. Wouldn't happen to know of any of the, shall we say, success or failure in Toril to that expansion project, would you?
I might have some insight on that.
Gestures at Kazador, kind of crosses arms, a little bit of a hump.
As it turns out, not long ago, the city of Elturel was sucked into Avernus entirely. It was shocking and, frankly, unbelievable news until, well, I suppose now we have a bit of framework behind that. Or am I incorrect?
No, you were correct. It's all part of the same.
I had a feeling this was starting to sound familiar.
This would also explain then why they were in the plane of fire. I think things are starting to connect. One more question. This may seem a little out of left field, and I apologize if it does, but you had mentioned having some knowledge about some of the other workings happening. Would you happen to know who currently is reigning in Dis? I know that sometimes shall we say, rulership tends to switch about.
Well, in this currently, you're dealing with a complicated situation, so you have the right idea that it does switch around. But with this, it's different. I don't know when the last time you were aware of it, but it hasn't changed in some time. But as far as the actual leadership, but who's in charge of what happens in Dis is different. There are 2 archdukes in Dis. There are a lot of, various Avernus also has more than one archduke, but the lord of Avernus is Zariel. In Dis, there are not only more than one archdukes, but it's debatable who's the actual lord. In name, in contract, the Lord of Dis is Dispater, as you would expect. But in practicality, you will probably end up dealing a lot more with Tixdixl than you would Dispater.
Understood. That, I believe, will be very helpful in our... well... Thank you.
Saris. Vex.
Uh-huh.
With a nat 20 insight.
Mm-hmm.
There is a shifty eyes during that conversation when he looks at you and looks down.
Something the matter?
Just... Who are you?
That's a great question, my dear. One of which I'd like to know the answer myself.
You feel familiar.
Well, that would be news to me, at least. Vex is very deliberately not answering that question.
Are we done?
Unless any of you have any other questions, I think I've asked what I need to.
You say you are conscripting powerful people with devil's blood into this army. My question would be, how far is your operation willing to push it?
It kind of gives you a disparaging look. We're hell. It's hell.
They will never cease meddling with mortals.
With all due respect, my good companions, I do think we actually know the answer to that question. And they're just gonna send Rot a very knowing look.
Oh, Rod will just nod and kind of look down a little. See.
Well, whoever you are, good luck playing touched. Can I go? Looks at Kazador, who almost spits that out.
You may go.
Stands up, begins to walk towards the door, and I don't know, walks towards the door. He's pulling the cart, and as they open it, Shemeshka is standing there, hands behind her back, just head cocked. I'm sorry, did you forget something? Turns around. Thank you for coming through the fortune's wheel. We hope you come back and spend the peel. Have a nice day and come back again. We want to see you again. It's like
Oh, a whole song and dance number. Hakka mockingly claps.
Shemeshka has the biggest shit-eating grin as he does that, with a little dance and like taking off the hat as well. You may go. And they scamper off.
Autumn really falls out of the devil ladder in the hells, it seems. To go from an Anitsu to an imp, it's quite the demotion.
It's honestly a surprise they did not end up making him a lemure. After the level of failure in which you secured.
Women.
What?
Yeah, gay men actually
What do
can't
those
be
two
lemures.
things have to do with each other?
Don't worry about it. I'm just talking to myself.
I see.
Shemeshka strikes a pose.
Women.
I felt compelled in the moment. I don't know what to...
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, I didn't
You're
see you
next
there.
row.
Just sitting here.
Shemeshka, there's a lemure stuck to the underside of this table.
What's up?
Like a piece of chewing gum.
Bro, I live here.
Crying.
Every time a lemure is mentioned, the fucking... We get derailed, I'm so sorry.
Every time.
Anyway, sorry.
I hope that conversation was illuminating for you all.
Quite.
Hakka nods. Also, the calamari is completely eaten.
I see you like the dish. I'm very glad. How did you like the drinks? And the drink situation, I leave that entirely up to you, flavor-wise. Like, what drinks you were given, which ones you like, that's all on you.
Just the entire conversation, Hakka was just eating the fucking calamari like it was popcorn. Just like, oh my god, this conversation is hilarious.
TheropodArt hasn't touched their drink, like, very much absorbed by the conversation going, but like being reminded of it, they will take it and their one eye goes wide at the sweetness of it. It's like, whoa. I have not had a drink like this before.
Would you like me to ask MG to prepare a to-go thermos for you?
I would appreciate it. Yes, it's delicious. I kind of a bit too much. I have to be honest, but I very much enjoy it. I very much do.
More than happy to. Kind of gestures and like leans out the doorway and gestures a little bit. Well, you're welcome to the room as long as you like. It is booked out indefinitely for you all. If you leave, of course, I will need to use the room again, but you're welcome here as long as you'd like. My associate has already availed me of your situation, and I'm happy to keep you here quietly for as long as you are here. You're welcome to any of the games and such while you are, and if you need anything from me personally, I can be found in my office. She gives kind of like a little bit of like a half bow, half curtsy before like floating away.
Before Shemeshka does, Vex is going to offer like a nod and a very, very quick but very necessary. We sincerely appreciate your hospitality.
Nods appreciatively, like respectfully at you before floating away.
Is the coast clear?
Seems to be. Y'all are,
Door shut?
You shut the door.
Vex is gonna like deflate on the table.
If we've been given drinks, Kazador is just going to grab his and just pound it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever drinks you all would have wanted have been brought out for you.
Would
Oh,
you like?
I don't...
Oh, go for
No, you go first. You go first, my friend.
it. Would you like a piece of calamari? Would hold it out to anybody.
I would love a piece of calamari. And they take it and they just shove it down their own throat.
It has a slightly spicy flavor to you that you wouldn't expect. Almost like a kind of like capsaicin numbing taste that like is not present in normal squid.
Fantastic.
But it does taste good, surprisingly.
What were you saying?
I was just going to say that I do believe several dots have been connected all at once. It's the meme of I've connected them, you haven't connected shit, I have connected them. So let me get this straight. I receive an invitation saying that I am of a powerful lineage and I am invited back to the Hells, but with absolutely no specific name as to who is inviting me, simply that I should be there. I also come to find out through multiple visions that one of the only comrades and companions surviving from the domains of dread has been kidnapped, tortured, and sold to this place where lots of dealings with really powerful devils are being done in a place of which I just realized we forgot to ask where it was, but that's okay, we still have a name. And then, of course, we find out that as a part of this expansion project, they are willing to do whatever it takes to get the resources that they may require. I suddenly don't think I want to entertain this invitation anymore, not on amicable terms.
Devils are always up to something. You were going to say something?
Yeah, I Esmeralda kind of speaks up. Vex. How did you deal with the things that were hunting us in Barovia?
Well, to the best of our ability, we dispatched them.
As they came for you, but how do you stop them from coming for you?
Well, we can't exactly give them what they want, now can we?
I don't remember you giving Strahd what he wanted.
No. That's for certain. That is, for the record, what I mean when I say I don't think I want to indulge in this invitation in an amicable sorts. This wouldn't be the first time we've received an invitation, and that invitation has led to bloodshed.
She kind of smiles. Good to see you haven't lost your edge, Alibaster.
No, not at all.
My apologies, Captain. Did not mean to interrupt.
It's fine. Honestly, the devils could learn a thing or two from the Fae about the rules of hospitality.
I'm not sure which I prefer more, vampires or fiends, at this rate.
Hakka hates both. It's very obvious.
So, I guess this poses the question, what shall we tackle first? I get the distinct feeling now that all these dots are connected, that going on this little trip, and they say little in quotes, by the way, this little trip down to Dis is going to get a lot more interesting and escalated regardless of our time spent down there. And my follow-up question to that is, do we want to go in and out, or do we want to make some... And they pause for a second, looking at Kazador. Some, shall we say, side trips along the way.
Personally, and I think this goes without saying, we should not linger in the hells if we can help it. But if this is important, then of course.
Well, we've just been given the name of a location, as well as the possibility of an organization holding someone that I would like to not see dead, especially not with the understanding that the reason why he's being tortured and potentially sold off has entirely to do with the simple fact that I breathe air.
Indeed. Well then.
So,
seems we've got a few stops to make in the hells.
Indeed. To Avernus, then?
To hell and back?
He did say there was... Avernus should be our first stop. Then we should find a way into Minaros, and from there, the city of Dis.
And
However,
while we're
along
on our
the
way... Sorry?
I think we were about to say the same thing. On our way, we should stop by and... Lysander, you said his name was?
Yes, Lysander Galen.
Rescue this Lysander.
Banehold, huh? Have to wonder where exactly that might be. I can't imagine it's going to be near the front door.
Just as a quick correction to make sure I expressed information correctly, they were traded. They were in Banehold for a long time. They were traded to the Hells after the.
Oh, traded to the Hells. Understood.
Banehold
My
was
bad.
a different place. Yeah.
Got it. Thanks for the clarification. At this point...
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No,
I was
ahead.
going to ask, at this point, Vex is going to look at the others that have been relatively quiet this whole time and just ask, I understand that the captain and I are on the same page. What of you three?
I actually don't quite mind going to Avernus. Particularly because we can't deal with the following with a bounty on your head. And also, if my memory is correct, the Gith that attacked our nation were in league with Tiamat and mobilizing and rallying in the Hells. This journey to Avernus could, in a manner of speaking, kill two birds with one stone.
As for me, I said I was going to follow you, and this all seems rather big, but the one thing that I immediately just care about is I don't want you to be hunted, and I want to help to stop that.
Vex will nod.
And just to give us a good moment, be clear where y'all are going. Is the group motivating, or are y'all getting up? And just to, again, also want to ask, is the plan to go back to the ship, or to find a way to Avernus in Sigil?
I would say at the very least, we probably want to, adequately rest up and not immediately rush to arms. I know that we don't want to stay here super long, but we have been consistently just going since we got here.
Yeah, that was Kazador's point earlier. We were offered rooms here in the Fortune's Wheel.
Yep, you are offered rooms. You can rest up here if you'd like. You are perfectly welcome to go try to find a way to Avernus through Sigil. There, benefits and negatives, right? Because you can go directly there, and it's definitely going to be faster to go through Sigil. And I don't mind talking about this above character so that I can know what we're doing and what we're prepping for next time for certain. So that is absolutely faster, and I don't mind telling you what your choices are between the option for going back to the ship, which you guys can easily get back there with any door frame, as you just put the key up to it and you guys can return to the ship. The ship will take longer because you will have to go through the astral sea to get there. But you will have a base of operations while you're there, right? You will have allies, you will have a place to rest, you will have a safe place. So there is, it is slower, but it is without a doubt safer.
I think that's the safe bet. That's what Hakka would want.
I think the only reason that we would need to expedite this is if we were being actively and directly hunted. I know we've been in a couple of skirmishes, but we've warded them off for the moment. I think we can afford to take our time, go the slow and safe route, rather than potentially attract more attention onto ourselves.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you're trying to avoid being tracked, it makes sense to be easier to track you while you're in Sigil and going about and interacting with people than if you're just sailing through the astral sea.
Yeah.
Alrighty. In that case, do you guys want to spend any more time here, or we just go into the ship?
I will hit the wheel 2 more times.
Hit the wheel 2 more times. Before you go, Hakka's I'll be right back. Roll me a d10.
What? Oh my fucking god.
Incredible!
You get another tentacle.
A third calamari.
One for the road.
Yep.
If this is another one. Oh my god.
Okay.
I really thought again. Oh my god! I heard y'all laughing. I was no way.
At that point, you just get the whole illithid.
Yeah. An illithid with no tentacles pops out. What the fuck, dude?
There's a kunk in the metal container as something falls in there, and then the door kind of clunks opens, and it's dented. It is it looks tarnished, but a silver, maybe pewter flask is in there, and it has a really scuffed and not well taken care of like symbol on the front of it that you immediately recognize as, you know, it is a religious symbol, so being religious, you would immediately recognize it. You would actually immediately recognize it as a symbol to, you know what? Let's say, I'm gonna roll something real quick. I
Oh
wanna
boy.
See which
For one,
symbol.
Hakka pockets the tentacle. It's just in his bag. That thing's
Pocket
wiggling
tentacle.
in there.
It is a symbol to some sort of light god of some kind. You're not exactly sure which. And it seems it's a flask of some kind that has a holy symbol on the front. It's tarnished and beat and bent and, you know, etc. But yeah, that's what you get.
Okay. Hakka will pocket that as well.
You may add 1 flask of holy water.
Oh,
Hmm.
neat.
This is a tool that will help us for later.
Surprise tool for later. All right, we can go now. And there's just a part of Hakka's bag that's just wiggling constantly. It at a very low volume, it's making the source engine like ragdoll noises.
Who's using the key?
I'll do it.
Kazador stepping forward. All of you like are in the little private room, and you step forward to the door. And as instructed, you pull out the small piece of what is probably bone, and press it against the door. The door itself almost seems to like collapse inward, like away from you, or outward, I guess, away from you, as if it is getting sucked. And just torn off its hinges, and suddenly there is a glittering astral portal in the doorway that was once there. It sparkles with the very lights that the cosmos sparkle with. One by one, you step your way into the door frame. It very quickly seems to like start to flicker a little bit, and you have that, okay, everyone in, as you all step through the portal and find yourselves in a quiet bar room where a very elegant looking Gith in a long purple robe kind of looks up from a book that she's reading. Oh my, it's good to see you all again. And with some more guests. Lovely. Your ship is still parked right outside. And that's where we're going to pick up next time.
Oh boy!
Alrighty.
On the road to the Iron City, we'll kill some devils along the way.
Hell yeah.
We did it!
Kazador motorcycle for the trip to hell.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't.
Up yours,
you
children.
know. We doing the war machines. Lego.
Ooh. Indeed. Well. Well.
Hell
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you all.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks for running.
Thank you for stopping by, everybody. And, of course, Leah, thank you for running.
Thank you for the good game.
Yeah. I hope you all enjoyed out there in Twitch land. Before we head off for the evening, let's go around the horn once more and tell people where they can find us and what we're up to, starting with TheropodArt.
Hi, hello, it's me, your boy, TheropodArt. Y'all know where to find me. Blue Sky, Tumblr, for Affinity, all TheropodArt, Lizard Fun Bags if you want to see the naughty stuff. Over on Twitch, I'm streaming in the mornings now, because that's what the timing allocates to, because life be life. Saturdays and Sundays, I start streaming around like 8 a.m. Other than that, if you liked this, Tuesdays, Vecna, Eva Ruin. It's fun. You should watch it. It's all connected. Yeah, that's it. That's me.
Yeah. Up next, we've got XanillisGrimm.
Whoa, that's me. I am currently inundated by the holidays and how it affects my schedule. There's a lot of stuff going on. If you want to see what I'm up to, you check my Blue Sky at XanillisGrimm where I post everything I do when I'm doing it. But aside from that, I will let others speak. That is me.
All right. Up next, we've got Tixdixl.
That's me. You can find me all over the internet at Tixdixl. If you are interested in more Domains of Dread specifically, come check us out on Sunday over at Burnout Vaughn's channel. We're going to be diving back into the world of Cardicus, and things are going to be picking up. Other than that, we've got Monday with some Near Replicant over at Leah's channel, which I'm very excited for. And then, unless I am mistaken, on Friday we're going to be back here for more Kazador's Guide to the Cosmos. And that's what I got going on. Thanks for having me.
Alrighty. And up next, we've got the Citric King.
Hi there, Cedric. You can find me pretty much everywhere at Cedric King. Everywhere being mainly Blue Sky, then stuff like Instagram, Tumblr. For the time being, yeah, next Thursday, I am back on the Dummies and Disasters channel, Twitch channel, for our Final Fantasy themed mini campaign. Other than that, always good to keep an eye on what I'm doing on my socials, if it's either posting art or opening commissions, which the idea is to be doing soon-ish. But yeah, that's all what I had on my plate for now. So what about Julia?
You know, I'm here on Fridays doing this, which I'm excited for the next session, next arc. We're getting into it again. I am excited to be back for those who wander on Sundays on Burnout Vaughn's channel, and I'm looking forward to more Near Replicant. So pretty much what you heard on Saris. That's me for now. Yeah, I'm very thankful to be here. You know, all of us, at least I hope we're having a good time. And we are very fortunately brought together by Connor McKinley, Distortion Level. Distortion Level? Oh no!
I hope you're ready to distortion level up your game.
With beard sorcery.
Beard. I was gonna go somewhere with that, but I said level and fucked up, and now I'm off my game. So Connor, it's yours. Please help.
Yeah. Did you actually show any of your stuff?
I did. I think I did.
She did.
The beard sorcery is it's in the new year. If you want to start the new year with a fresh, clean, healthy, and great smelling beard, then head on over to Beard Sorcery. Use code DistortionDevil, and you can save 10% when you shop online. I'm just about to apply some product to my own beard here. I'm feeling a little dry, so I'm using some Paladin's Might beard cream.
That
Smells
sounds fancy.
quite good, and oh yeah, I believe it's milk and honey scented.
Ooh,
A couple of floral notes. Yeah.
Oh, milk and honey.
Keeps my beard soft, smooth, and the skin underneath healthy and not flaky. I know there's a lot of people out there that have beard dandruff, and it's rough. I've been there. But yes, check out Beard Sorcery. As well, check out Bones Coffee Company. They've got all sorts of delicious varietals of coffee. While supplies last, get it before they're out. Check out their holiday selection. I can't recommend the horchata coffee enough. But they've also got it's very good. It's really, really good. But they've also got a bunch of other flavors of coffee that are just as good. So head on over to Bones Coffee Company. Use code DistortionDevil and you can save 10% when you shop online as well. And aside from thanking Bloody or XX Bloody Stins XX for the raid, that's about it. We need to find somebody that we can raid ourselves.
Decisions.
Decisions.
Online.
Decisions.
Sora's on, Fringe is on, Skelly's on, Sharp Teeth are on.
There's a lot.
You know what? Let's go ahead and raid my good buddy Fringe Type.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Our images will be Hellride!
Hell right.
Hell ride.
Hell Riders, hell.
Oh, no.
That's true. Alright. Take care, everybody. We will see you next time. on
Next year.
Castle's Guide. Yes, we'll see you next year, but for
See
now,
you next year.
take care and have a good bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.